Hello, my name is Senthil Kumaresan. I'm one of the chronic pain physiotherapists that works with the pain team at Queen's Hospital. Today we are going to be attempting a mindfulness technique which we have dubbed Hold and Relax. So this is based on the Mitchell method of physiological relaxation, and it's often known as a simple method of relaxation. This is a name that's given to a technique of relaxing the whole or parts of the body. Once learnt and practiced, it can be used easily and anywhere to relax and reduce things such as muscle tension. In our case here, we will be using a slightly different version of this, simply called Hold and Relax, and we will be integrating this into a mindfulness task. But once again, this will be using techniques that are called body scan, where we are focusing on the body as a whole. As with most mindfulness, please pick an environment that's going to help with this. Somewhere that is quiet, comfortable and warm. This can be performed in different positions, but we suggest sitting or lying down to aid with the relaxation part of this. So with different types of mindfulness, this mindfulness will be concentrating on tightening or contracting particular parts of the body and easing into movement. Why is this important? Movement causes repositioning of the joints in the limb, and when we are awake, the brain will register a change in the body position through muscles, joints and skin sensation. As with most mindfulness, we will always tend to use an anchor to bring your thoughts back to the task at hand. In the past, this may be using breath, but in this case, this will be becoming more aware of the body itself and the sensations. So to begin with, get comfortable, whether this be in sitting or lying, and just be aware of your body as it is, the weight. You may notice there might be certain areas in the body that there is tension, commonly around the shoulders and the back. You may even notice there's some pain. But get yourself comfortable. Make sure that the majority of your body is supported. And close your eyes. I want you to focus to begin with just simply taking a deep breath in through the nose and slow this down the mouth. This will make you more aware around your abdomen, your pelvis, and maybe even the chest, moving with the rib cage up and down. And be this the focus to begin with. This may be an alien concept to you, and your mind may drift off, become focused elsewhere, and you may have a competing thought. It doesn't matter what this thought is, whether it's a happy thought or a less than happy thought. Bring your mind back to the task at hand and focus on you, your body, relaxed in position, the deep breath in, the deep breath out. Just do a simple scan of the body to be aware of it, and ask yourself the question, what am I feeling? What's the sensation? Start with the top of the head, down to the jaw. Just make a mental inventory of whether it feels tight, tensioned around there. Down to the neck, the shoulders, the elbows, the hands, the chest, stomach, the back, the bottom, the pelvis, the thighs, the knees, the ankles and the feet, and finally the toes. Start from the top to the bottom and systematically work your way. But just be aware of all those other competing thoughts. It's fine to acknowledge them, but kindly invite you to notice more of your body. Become more aware of your feet, You start to feel the surface beneath them, resting on the heels of the soles. You're aware of each toe on the end of the foot. You're aware of the space around them, skin. You may feel a slight cramp, tension. I want you to start to feel what it feels to increase that tension. Curl your toes up. Start to curl your feet up. Bend your ankles up towards your face, and you should be able to feel that tension, that tightness in the sole, inside the feet, every single bone, muscle, sinew tightening up. Feel all that tension. Now take a deep breath, and as you exhale out, relax the feet, relax the ankles. Imagine that each toe is attached to a piece of string and it's being pulled out slowly. And as you breathe in and exhale out, you feel that tension ebbing away from the toes, the soles, the feet, the ankles. Just let the feet rest in this natural position. And you're aware of your feet now. You almost feel the rush of blood. You can almost feel a change in sensation. You're more aware of those appendages now. And it feels different to the rest of the body. And you're becoming slightly more aware of above the feet now. The calves, the shins, the knees. You're more aware of the bulk of the muscle in the back of the legs. And you can start to feel an increase in that tension. Try to dig your heels into the floor, pushing against the resistance of your body. You want to move yourself, but you can't. And you can feel that increase in tension all the way into the tendons at the back of the ankle, all the way pulling up into the bulk of the calf. You feel as though the kneecaps are locking into position. You feel the tension around the knees, the thighs start to contract, and you increase in that tension. You're aware of what that feels like. And on your next deep breath, exhale out. And as you do, relax the legs, relax the knees, let the calves relax. Reduce that tension. You can feel the sensation change, a rush of blood, calming influence. Every sinew starting to relax. And you're aware of your feet, ankles, calves and thighs. And you're aware it feels different. Maybe heavier, maybe lighter, but different to the rest of your body. Your mind may start to wander off at this point. That's okay. Just acknowledge the fact that you have another thought and bring yourself back to your body, particularly about your feet and your legs. And just ponder what that sensation feels like. You start to become more aware around the bottom and around the tummy. As you breathe in and out, you notice your tummy raising and lowering. You can feel the surface underneath your bottom. You start to slowly feel an increase in the tension around the bottom muscles, the tummy muscles. You start to clench your bottom as tight as it can go. Suck the tummy in, hold that sensation. And feel it quite deep all the way into the pelvis, that increase in that tension. You find it's affecting your breathing. Your breath is more shallower. You feel that tension there. You're holding that breath. It's not pleasant. And then on your next deep breath, sigh, exhale. The tummy starts to fall down and out. The bottom starts to relax, almost as if You're sinking into the surface below you, whether it be a chair or the floor or the bed. From your pelvis down to your toes, you become more aware, heavier, different sensation. That tightness, that stress in the tissues you felt before doesn't feel the same. It feels different. Ponder how different. Is it comfortable? Are you more aware of it now? And you continue to take that deep breath in, and the tummy starts to raise and lower as it had done before. Bring your awareness now to your hands. They may be resting on your tummy. They may be resting on the armrests of the chair. Just be aware of where they are in relation to the rest of your body. They may be hanging, heavy. Feel that weight. And you notice that sensation. Start to notice an increase in tension. You start to clench your fists together, squeezing your fingers and thumbs into the palm. You feel the blood drain, the tightness. Involve your elbows now. Either dig your elbows into the armrests or bend the elbows up towards your chest and feel that tension all the way from the elbows down to the hands. And on your next deep breath, exhale out and relax the hands. Let them fall to the side, the elbows extending. You feel the difference there. Circulation's been affected now. The sensation may change in the palms. You may be more aware of this. You may be aware of other sensations, discomfort, pain. But bring yourself back to that feeling of that increase in tension and the deep breath out as you relax the arms. Now you bring an awareness towards your chest and your shoulders. It should be more simpler than before as you continue to breathe and your rib cage moves up and out. You start to realize with every breath the tension starts to increase. You start to notice your chest puffing out, your shoulders shrugging and raising up to your ears. You feel the tension tightening around your chest. You find it harder to breathe. You feel your shoulder blades are meeting together. You feel that the muscles on top of the shoulders are tightening up. All that tension. You may have a competing thought at this point. Acknowledge it. Bring your mind back to that tension. And as you take a deep breath out, exhale, you drop your shoulders down towards your feet. Your shoulder start to relax. Your breastbone starts to drop with every breath. You may even find your posture starts to sag. Your neck starts to lengthen. There's a difference in the tension that was there before, less pronounced now. You may still have a tight area around the shoulders and the chest, but see if you can notice that it's less than it was before. And bring that awareness to around that chest, down to the arms, the legs and the feet. And it all feels slightly different than what it was before. Now bring your awareness around to your jaw and your face. You're probably more aware of the muscles overlying the jaw to the ears. It's a joint we use a lot. And you can already probably feel the tension. Every time you exhale throughout your mouth, jaw rests. I want you to start to feel that tension increasing in the jaw. You start to feel that you're gritting your teeth together, biting down. You contract the muscles around the jaw, and you can feel them elevating into the ears. Your neck will start to get involved. And you can feel that tension flowing down to your shoulders. Hold that tension. It may even be frustration that you felt this before, but as you take your next deep breath, let the jaw relax. Even do a sigh if needed be, and feel that tension relax, reduced. The neck starts to elongate, shoulders start to relax. And finally, bring your awareness to the top of your head, the forehead. You feel the muscles anchoring into just above the eyes, into the top of the scalp. You're dimly aware of this now. It feels slightly different to the rest of your body. But now you start to feel an increase in the tension. As you notice, you start to frown, scrunch your eyes, close tight as you feel that tension. For some you may even feel this all the way down to the jaw. Hold that tension there. Feel what it feels like compared to the rest of your body. And on your next deep breath out, relax. Let your eyes relax, your eyelids become heavy. The frown starts to disappear. And you're probably more aware now of the head, the shoulders, the arms, the chest, the pelvis, the thighs, the legs and the feet. You do yourself a quick mental inventory of your body again, and you notice that each part. There may still be tension there in some areas, but it feels different somehow. As you bring yourself to an end of this mindfulness task, you feel comfortable. When you're ready, open your eyes. For further information about this mindful task, please refer to Simple Relaxation, the Mitchell Method. A question and a reflection that should be asked after every mindful task is, what was the purpose of this? Was it useful for you? Did you find it difficult to avert your gaze and your focus onto different tasks? Or did you find this with relative ease? Always ask yourself, after you've completed the task, what did you feel? This would be physically the sensation in your body, whether you felt you were guided by the task, or whether you felt anxious, apprehensive. How was your pain through the task? Reflect on this. Had your pain changed, or have you simply found that you hadn't noticed it as much? These are important questions you should ask yourself after this. But it should also be understood that as humans we learn in different ways. Mindfulness tasks have a different approach to them. Depending on your style of learning, you will find one mindful task easier than the others. Experiment with the different types of mindfulness that we have demonstrated to you, and simply pick and choose the one that you find easy to learn from. I hope that this has helped.